Hello, welcome to this month's edition of the Hello Woodlands Nonprofit of the Month Highlight. Hi, I'm Randy Lovelace with PARAGON Independent Insurance, and I'm here with Chris with the YMCA here in the Woodlands, and Chris is going to tell us everything you ever wanted to know about the Y.
All right.
How many people know what the YMCA stands for?
Well, I think that's the one thing that the people know about the Y is that it's the Young Men's Christian Association. And that's the one thing that people typically get, but what they tend to think that the YMCA is just a gym and swim, and we're anything but that. Yeah, we're much more than that. So.
And what are some of those other things other than the gym and swim?
Yeah, so the YMCA has initiatives, and some of our initiatives are to improve academic performance, to make healthier families, create inclusive communities, and to fight social equity, or inequities. And so that's what the YMCA does. So anything that we do from our membership, from our swim lessons, to outreach programs, to adaptive programs, everything fits within one of those buckets.
Awesome. What are some of those outreach programs? Because I know you had a rough last year, as everybody did, and you had to kind of change and tweak things on the fly.
Absolutely, yeah. So we initially, before the pandemic had started, we were doing apartment outreach is probably the main source of those outreach programs. And so we were in 4 local apartment complexes that are in at-risk areas, and we were providing programming and safe spaces for those youth and those teens. And then we also had some food pantry opportunities for the families that lived in those apartment complexes. Since the pandemic, though, we've had to turn and pivot real quick, and so we've done some different things. So we created essential childcare almost immediately after the pandemic hit to make sure that we could provide childcare resources to our essential care staff. And then we've also started food distribution in partnership here with the Montgomery County Food Bank, and then also the Houston Food Bank as well. And so those are 2 new things that we've added to our slate here in the last year.
Man, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So any plans going forward as far as new programs or things that you're looking at?
Yeah, I think right now we're focused on just the rebuilding phase, really trying to get our programs that we had back and the quality level to where they were. Like many organizations and businesses, our YMCA has struggled from a revenue and from a profit side, but we have not, however, seen that from the philanthropy side. People continue to give, and so it allows us to continue those programs with our outreach. It allows us to continue operating this facility in this building. And so we're just hoping and looking forward to when people are vaccinated and they're looking forward to being at the Y, that they're going to come join us again and we can continue to provide services to them.
Well, it looks like, the machines behind us are going full blast, and people are coming in and enjoying your services, driving in earlier. I saw kids running in and out and stuff, so it looks like people are here.
Yeah, it's getting back to normal. So we're about 60% of where we were pre-COVID, which is actually good, and it's above national marks. So it's good, and it speaks a lot towards the people in the Woodlands feeling comfortable and safe with what the YMCA is doing. And so our staff every day are working hard to try to create safe spaces, constant cleaning protocols. You've noticed that we've shut off every other piece of equipment, trying to make sure that we create that distancing for people. We are still keeping our mask mandate in place just to make sure that people feel safe. So we're trying to do anything in our power to make people feel like the YMCA is a place for them and a place for their family.
Well, I think you're doing a good job on it, for
you.
sure. Any kind of fundraising things coming up?
Yeah, so we're looking forward to, and Roxanne will tell you, we're looking forward to getting our special events back up and running. And so we typically do 4 main special events, which is our a dancing event, and we do a kids try, we do dragon boat in the fall, and then we also have a run through the woods event. Yeah, so those events are a big portion of our proceeds and philanthropy, so what we can do in the community. But those will happen here in the next coming months, but actually April 1 is when we kick off our annual Better Us campaign. And so it's a donor campaign where we try to raise funds to be able to support the community in a variety of ways with those initiatives that I mentioned earlier.
All right. Yeah. Any secrets about the Y that nobody really knows about?
There's a lot.
I always like to have secrets. Or expose secrets, that's what,
Yeah, there's a ton of secrets. Yeah. I think that there's so much that people don't know about what the Y does on a daily basis, that it's really hard for us to tell you everything and educate you. But obviously, I think the one thing that people don't realize is the outreach programs that we also partner that with Safety Around Water. So we go out into those same at-risk communities and we provide swim lessons free of charge, because that's one of the #1 causes of drowning in youth in Harrison, Montgomery County. And so that's a big piece of what we do. And then we also have some different programs that people would never think of the Y as a provider for. So we have adaptive programs, a really great one over the Branch Crossing, YMCA Bright Life. So it's a respite care for adults who have a disorder of some sort. So yeah, I mean, so we're just...
And that's something I didn't know about. So that was a little known fact.
There you go.
We won't call it a secret, but I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we just look forward to finding the gaps in the community and filling them. And so Bright Life is a program that's near and dear to everybody's heart. That works for us, but also some of our volunteers and the community members alike. So
that's awesome. Yeah, amazing job. Glad you're here. Y'all been around for a long time, and I know you're going to be around for a whole lot longer.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Whole lot. Thanks a lot, Chris. Hi. Now we're here with Roxanne Davis with the YMCA. And we were just talking about, well, we're not going to go into how long you've been here, but you've been here a long time. So you're going to know a lot of things about the Y and what's happening, what's going on, what used to happen, the history, everything. Mm-hmm. So we're going to turn it over to Roxanne and let you educate us.
Well, thanks, Randy, and thanks to Hello Woodlands for the opportunity. Yes, I'm Roxanne Davis. I'm a community liaison for the Woodlands Family YMCA. I'm a native of Conroe. There's not too many of those around. I still live in Montgomery County, have for many, many, many years. I've been with the Y for 28 years. I love the Y. I know, but hey, you know, it speaks volumes, passion for the work that we do in the community. I will tell you that the Woodlands Family YMCA at Shadow Bend is celebrating its 35th year. We opened our doors in the fall of 1986, so there's a lot of anniversary opportunity celebrations coming up. Long history of the Y here in the Woodlands, serving South Montgomery County. You know, the YMCA is so much more than a place for a purpose. And I know Chris alluded to that, to all the different things that the Y does, but you know, people think of us as a gym and swim, and we are so much more than that. We are an organization that meets the needs of the community. We immediately, you know, pivot and do what we need to address the needs, which we did, you know, pre-COVID and now through COVID. You know, we remove barriers so people can participate. Is that financial? Is that, you know, in the equity? Is it the adaptive programs? You know, we are here to serve all, and we are very committed to that. And so you talked about a well-kept secret. I think that is a secret that we are wanting everybody to know about. You know, what the YMCA. We are a purpose. We are a cause-driven organization, and we are here to serve, and we're going to be here for many, many more years.
And it's obvious that whenever you see a need, people don't like that pivot word, but you pivot to take care of that need.
Yes,
whenever.
And that was the beginning of the Y. We were developed for a reason. There was a need in the community at the time, you know, a century and a half ago, and we are still very cause-driven, mission-driven, and we've never forgotten why the YMCA started. We are here to serve a need and serve the community. You mentioned special events.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do. I get very passionate about special events. So needless to say, last year we did a couple of virtual events just to keep it going and remind people that you were running for a cause or swimming for a cause or rowing for or dancing for a cause. So we are committed to be able to open those events back up live as long as we can keep the community safe. Obviously, safety is our #1 priority. So some of the events have been scheduled a little later in the year so we can react accordingly. The Children's Triathlon is scheduled for July 17th, and families are so excited that it's going to be live. And then YMCA Dancing with the Woodland Stars, we hope to have that later in the summer. And then YMCA Dragon Boat, Rowing for a Cause, is scheduled for the last weekend of September, and we are in the planning process for that, what that's going to look like. You know, it's kind of hard to social distance on a dragon boat, so we're trying to figure out what does that look like, you know, and have been in conversation on, you know, you can't cram 20 people on this boat now, so how are we going to make that happen? And then, of course, our signature event, you know, Run Through the Woods on Thanksgiving morning, where more than 5,000 people come up. And needless to say, I was a lost puppy this past Thanksgiving. I didn't know what to do after 25 years of getting up on Thanksgiving morning. to celebrate with all my friends and neighbors and run for a cause. So, more importantly, remember it's the cause, why we do this. And I just invite you to come stop by the Y. We're going to keep you safe. We are here to serve you. And check out our new website. It's ymcahouston.org. We have just gone through a rebranding, and so it's a new look and a new feel, and we're here to make an impact on the community.
What can they do what can people do on the website? Can they go in and register and sign
Yes,
up?
absolutely. Everything is online. Everything is online, from reserving a spot in your class to reserving a lane to go swimming, to register your children for swim lessons or sports or after school or summer day camp, as well as join. And then all the financial assistance information is right there. Once again, remember, we remove all the obstacles. We don't want anybody to have any excuses as to not come join the Y.
No longer a gym and swim.
No, yes, we are a purpose.
I like that. Well, you've heard it. We're standing in the middle of a purpose for our community. So check out the YMCA. Find out how you can show up, work out, swim,
And
work
make
on
an
the
impact.
purposes, make an impact for the community.
Mhm.
Any of those things. Get involved with the YMCA. It is as much a part of the community as the community itself. And so check it out. I'm Randy Lovelace, Paragon Independent Insurance. Can't wait to see you for next month's edition of the Hello Woodlands Nonprofit of the Month highlight. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.